It's the duo that you love the most, covering events from coast to coast. That podcast is all about the fun with your hosts, Alpity and John. Chirping about gossip like chickadees. Turn up the cast and enjoy the tea. The podcast with the beauty and the brawn. One's a gay turkey and the other is a black swan. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. It's that podcast. Live from the John and Company studio in Denver, Colorado, it's That Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Alpity and John.
Whoa! Hey!
Hello, loyal listening audience. My name is John Lannon.
And I might be Alpity.
And this is Hashtag That Podcast. Welcome to episode number 103, girlfriend.
Hello, welcome. Did you know 1 plus 3 equals 4? Math.
1 plus 3 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Whoa.
4 plus 0 equals 4. 4 plus 1 equals 5.
Ooh. Whoa.
7, 8, 9. Joke.
Yes.
No, I really wish I had a fun name like you. Like you're like a TV lawyer. You're like Lori Alpity Pierce. And you know my brand. My brand is John, stupid bitch, Lannon. But I wish I had a cute little nickname between. Like if you were to give me a nickname, and I'm Alpity, I'm not going to necessarily take it, right? Because we're improvising. Okay?
Right.
But if I was a TV lawyer, what would be my name? Like Brian Bulldog Moore, Frank the arm, or the strong arm? Nope, he's not just the arm. Frank the arm. Azar. No, he's the strong arm.
The strong arm.
I will say, so real quickly, I do a lot of traveling, right? Mm-hmm. The strong arm is actually a nickname for a lot of lawyers in the continental United States, if you can believe that.
I believe that. I believe that. Yes.
Not just arm, which I also think is pretty clever. But nonetheless, what would be my lawyer nickname? What would I be? What's that little?
I just went with the first animal that popped into my brain that I have seen in downtown Denver. And believe it or not, that is a raccoon.
A raccoon. John, the raccoon.
Yes.
What would that mean? I hang out in dumpsters and find the evidence for you.
Right, and then you wear heavy eyeliner.
And one of those cute raccoon hats.
Right.
Isn't that what that is? The fur hats?
So.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Remember when we were in elementary school? They like old people who sold pellets would come to your school, like, and then you'd be like in the Old West or something.
I don't think we had that.
Well, we call that Sade. You didn't have that? Like they went like where the Scholastic Book Fair would be in elementary school. I don't know.
And they would sell just animal skin?
No, they wouldn't sell it. They'd pretend we were like old timey. Felt fur. No, we felt the fur, and I think it was. No, I know it was real. But they would pretend it's like an old time town, like, what are those, Lewis and Clark? And they'd be like, oh, we only take trades because currency wasn't a thing back then. And I'm like, this never happened in your life. Interesting.
No, we went to Young Ameritown. That was like a little town.
Oh, I've heard about this, and it's literally like I never got to do Young Ameritown.
That was badass, honestly. Like, that was a good core memory.
Core class memory. We'd love to see it. Alpity, tell us about Ameritown, because I have very little experience. I feel like it's just like a fake town in a gymnasium or like a convention center. What happens?
Like, we're on the third floor or something of just an office building, and it's just this big open, it's just a big town in it. So you have a grocery store, there's a bank, there's different jobs, so like everybody pretends to be adults for the day. Green vibes today. Yes, green vibes
all the way. Happy 420. Late.
we're very late.
Late.
But I got to work in the grocery store, and our grocery store made chocolate chip cookies, so that's what we did most of the day. And
that was your Ameritown job? You were the cookie maker?
I was the cookie maker.
That's exciting.
And then our manager was like, hey, Lori, you're going to do a little commercial for our store, because each little store got to do a little commercial. And
okay, pause. You literally still do this to this day. Alpity is usually the face of like commercials for companies that she's working for or representing, which is actually hilarious that back then you were even the face of fucking cookies.
Well, that's
American
the thing.
Cookies.
I wasn't. So like the camera never came around to me so I could get interviewed. But I did leave my station because I had to go to the bank because I missed calculated my checkbook, which what a fucking surprise, and I'm bad
The
with money
drama,
now.
the drama as
Um,
an elementary school student.
so I'm like telling the person that was our boss, like, yeah, they never came by, I never recorded anything. And so we didn't know until we got back. They showed us the video that they made for us with everybody's little commercials. And it was another girl in our area that did it, that wasn't supposed to do it, but she did it anyway. So
Say her name. Say her
no,
name.
she's a really good person. I like her.
It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like she stole the spotlight from you. No, I'm just kidding.
She
That
did.
is so. She did. So you had to like literally like there was banking in this fake town.
Yeah.
Okay. Young American children who went to school here. I need to know if this is something you experienced. And by young American children, I mean when you were a child. Now you must be an adult to listen to the show.
I wonder, yeah, because I don't know if that was like, that's one of those things. Was that like a suburb kid thing? Suburb.
Oh, I think that was like a high-end suburb kind of
Oh,
thing in this thing. Like, at least that's like my take. Like, we didn't have none of girl, you had Ameritown, and I had old motherfuckers selling me pelts, okay? For no money, no less. They said, we don't take money. We have to do trades. I go, what am I going to trade you? I'm a fourth grader, okay? Who's just grasping the language. What do you want me to give you, sir? Your stupid-ass raccoon
It's
hat.
German to you. There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly. But it was like weird. And that was the first time I like seen like a pelt. What do they call it? Pelt, felt? I don't know. The animal skin with fur on it. I was like, "What is this?" He's like, "That's the skin." I'm like, like that's almost worse than my teacher feeding mice to the snakes.
Ryan's here too. And then Sam just said, girl, I never experienced this.
See, I'm telling you, I will tell you, Ryan probably. Well, I don't know. Ryan went to the same school district as me, so it wasn't like a bad school district. But no, I think that's very high end. It sounds like. So okay, so how do they decide? So I must know this. If you don't remember, that's okay too. But how do they choose who the boss is? Who's the boss?
I think we voted. Like each team just voted. So I guess we voted him. So
That is crazy. We
Yeah.
voted him.
yeah.
Of course. It was a white man, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, canceled. No, that's hilarious, and you all voted for him too. That's even worse. But I guess it was the suburbs.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, see that would piss me off if because I didn't get ran for treasury in the 6th grade, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I technically got disqualified because they said that you could only have 30 posters up in the school. And so I, like as anyone would do, printed 500 and put them in everyone's locker. But they never told me I was disqualified. But I'm like, or maybe people didn't vote for me because it was just such aggressive marketing. And to be honest, I'm not even good with my own books. I should not have been doing anything. And
Yeah.
what do you do as a treasurer in the 6th grade? Like, I don't even. Whoever won, you asshole, who took that from me. I hope you were
I might
happy.
have been on
because-
student council now that I think about it. I think I was just a member. I don't think I held like a title.
Oh, see, I always wanted to be on yearbook. My sister was on yearbook. Well, candidly speaking, the lady who ran the yearbook department couldn't stand me. So she was like, "Oh no, you should try something else." I'm like, "Well, that's like, as a teacher, that's like the least encouraging thing I've ever heard in my life." I'm like,
Right.
wow, you are literally trying to shoo me away from the extracurricular activity that I would super like to be involved in. But that's okay, you monster. I
You
hope
can
it
make
was
your
some-
own yearbook now. Like just make it your
I have, bitch. I published 5 motherfucking books. Take that, lady. No, but do they still do yearbooks? Are yearbooks still?
I think so.
Are yearbooks still-
Are those them?
Are those them there? You know, at one point during COVID, I was watching. A lot of my news comes from memes, so I saw
Fake.
that. Right? It's like that's not fake news. I don't think. At least that's what the hashtag said. Anyway, they had to take their pictures during COVID on Zoom.
Oh,
Isn't
I saw
something?
that. Yes, I saw that.
I was
That
like-
is.
Did you see it through the meme as well?
I think so. Yeah.
Literally, it's like where 99% of my news comes from. But that is wild. So you being an Ameritown superstar and extra in a commercial.
Which I wasn't in the commercial.
Well, you weren't even in the background like making the cookies.
No.
They just forgot.
Because
you
I
in
was
the shop.
gone. I was gone. Like she was the only one there.
Oh, that's right. You were at the bank.
Yeah.
You were banking as a young child.
Yeah. Because there was a bank too. Because you're responsible for keeping your checkbook like balanced. See, I don't even know the
Isn't-
words.
But isn't that interesting that like on some level you were somehow still involved? Like, granted, you weren't like the star of the commercial, but like you were involved in a commercial for a place of employment, which is not a new pattern for you. And I think that's really interesting too. Ironically, like that brings me back. Me and my sister did a fun little like newscaster thing when we were kids. Like it was, I think it was called Kids TV, and I think it was like super stupid because I bet you the kids was spelled with a Z. I don't know that, but I'm assuming that.
Jeanette, can you confirm?
Jeanette, please confirm
I'm
or
looking at the
deny.
chat. Jeanette's actually sitting right next to me right now. Say hi.
My sister.
She came to
Um,
visit me.
that is that is harsh. Yes, actually,
Oh, confirm. It did have a Z. You heard it here first. It had a Z.
Z. I love when they do stupid stuff like that. They're like to make it more edgy, or and not even searchable because the internet wasn't even a thing. We had this kids TV news anchor thing, and I remember my sister is so cute. She used to be so shy, and she's still like a shy person at first, right? But but she was super
Did
shy.
it at a museum.
We did it at a museum, a children's museum. Yeah, exactly. With like wood, like Jeanette had mentioned that, not El Pity, in case you're wondering. Like we did it at a museum. Was her reading a comment? In case you're listening on audio, this probably makes no sense. They're like, "What? Wait, who did you record with?" Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question? No, so we did it in this like children's museum. Me and my sister Jeanette, who I adore. I love you, Jeanette. And it was like this house, kind of in I think it was in Missouri, even. Only the best for us.
That's amazing. Kids TV.
Yes, and look at now I've come full circle. Now I host another show that no one listens to or watches. Just kidding.
I was like, just kidding, because we have lovely people here with us right now. So,
Oh, 100% we do, especially live, and we really appreciate anyone not only who listens live, but of course all you loyal listeners who happen after the fact. And we are harding our hands to show our love and appreciation.
It's my heart
now,
mask.
It's your heart mask. That is so clever.
You're so clever. I'm so smart.
Where does she come up with this stuff? I'm the smart one. I mean, listen, you joke, but that is accurate in this podcast. You are definitely the smart friend in this show.
How so?
I am the dumb friend.
I'm the one that fell down the stairs and broke a foot. So.
Oh, okay, valid. But I do tend to say things that are nonsensical. So together, we're an absolute disaster. Welcome to the show, folks. Your order's up.
It's a tornado. It's fine.
In Texas, they call it a tornado.
Okay.
That's part true. I only because an Uber said that to me once. She's like, "Oh yeah, tonight there's gonna be a tornado." I'm
sorry. I have to interrupt you and say
please.
Chest of drawers.
Chest of drawers. That's exactly right. Well, we're not going to go down this propaganda train again, are we? With El Pity trying to tell me that chest of drawers is a thing. Nonetheless,
that has been your all-time comment. That's what Jeanette said.
Yeah, I didn't know what El Pity was saying, and this is a like really old throwback.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I love it. So she referred to something as a chest of drawers, and I'm like, what in God's name is a Chester drawer? Like I've never even heard of that. And I couldn't even use my context clues because I also didn't understand the entire word in which she was actually saying chest of drawers, right? Come to realize, another one of our friends of the pod who's listening as well works in the furniture industry and has confirmed that is a thing. And I consider myself mind blown. And then the other thing I remember, you tried to tell me, and it's actually true, so I don't even know why I still say you tried to tell me because it was a legit thing. You told me yellow cake was a thing. Yes. I'm like, hold on. There's chocolate cake, yellow cake, and then later I come to find out because you and my mother school me that there's something called white cake.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, we don't call it vanilla bean. Like, this just makes no sense.
It's just a white cake.
We don't call chocolate cake brown cake, right? We call it chocolate because isn't that the flavor? Is the flavor in yellow cake yellow? I don't think so. It's the color. It's an adjective to describe the cake. It is not the flavor of the cake. It is not the flavor of the cake. Yellow cake is fake. And so is white cake. Chocolate? Aight. But think about red velvet. Well, I guess that's another thing. What the fuck is red velvet? Oh my God. My heart rate is, and heart pressure. And blood pressure. My heart rate, my heart. I'm going to die.
I'm going to die.
I might. Just talking about cake. And I ain't talking about this. No, I'm just kidding. Now cake, red velvet. What are some other flavors we can name? Chocolate, red velvet,
carrot,
yellow, white, carrot. That's a flavor.
That's a flavor. Sorry. Yellow cake is bullshit. Red velvet is chocolate. Yes. Yeah.
Red velvet is chocolate. Excuse me?
Yeah, it is. Red velvet is chocolate. It has chocolate in it.
Hold on. Please, everyone. Hold your horses. Is that why I love red velvet cake so much? It's because it's just chocolate cake.
Pretty much, right? Yeah. Like it's chocolate cake with a cream cheese frosting. was
But
gonna
and
say
they
popping.
dye it to make it red
Yeah,
velvet.
yeah.
You guys, this is amazing! Wow, I didn't think I could sound any more fucking dumb, and I am doing so right
Well, I
now.
think red velvet cake is not that common to know that it's chocolate. Like people are just like red velvet cake. It's just a red velvet cake.
Yeah, that's what I would have assumed.
Yeah.
Now that frustrates me even more because I'm like, okay, so it's a chocolate flavored red cake is really what we should call it
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
What other cake do you want to ruin my day with? Carrot
Carrot
cake?
cake has carrots in it.
What about cheesecake? It doesn't even have real cheese. It has like
Cream cheese.
cream cheese. Okay.
I mean, I don't think I could say anything bad about cream cheese or
Yeah, and don't you
cheesecake.
dare about cheesecake. Oh, it's my favorite. Think about it, pie is so much more descriptive. Well, there are some like crazy ones, like coconut cream pie. You know what you're gonna get.
There we go.
You think about apple pie. Guess what? Guess what apple pie has in it, El Pity?
Grapes.
That is wrong. It has apples. Naming convention. Isn't that something? What about cherry pie? It has cherries.
Yes.
What about pecan pie? Wow.
Pecan pie.
What's about pecan pie? That has
Okay.
fucking pecans in it and some fucking nasty mush that tastes delicious.
So Jeanette clarified it's a cake with cocoa powder, but same. I've had red velvet cake with chocolate chips in it.
That's
Before.
mind blowing.
It was wonderful. Give it a little crunch.
that's like people putting mustard in meatloaf. Don't. That's a whole nother thing that I cannot get started on this show because I might not make it through. Don't
I
put
mean,
mustard up in my meatloaf.
I kind of
Por
get
favor.
it because if it's like a hamburger and you want to put mustard on your hamburger, like I get it, but that does seem kind of weird.
Yeah, and I guess meatloaf is one of those things that you like can put in. Like it is kind of like the junk drawer of recipes. It's
I'm
like,
not a meatloaf
just whatever
fan.
you find. See, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Oh no, I won't do that. I would do anything. So you heard it here first, folks. LP does not like meatloaf, and I think he's a fabulous artist. Orders up. You're a master. He was a bat out of hell. I think that literally was his record. I think it might even be behind me. But anyway, I digress.
He's the one that
But I
makes you
won't
fall.
do that. Probably, because I think Meatloaf is a meat angel now. Maybe that's not true. I'm not sure. I don't know if Meatloaf is alive. I will check.
I don't
for you
think
guys.
he is. I think he passed.
I think he did die. Wow, he recently died.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it's probably the mustard. Hey, we call that a callback, folks. Thank you very much. So anyway, I digress. Meatloaf, the junk drawer of recipes, which again, for the most part, I like meatloaf. You know who has really good meatloaf, surprisingly?
I don't care. I don't like meatloaf.
Yeah, let me tell you about it. Like, why would you tell me? Because I literally just told you that I hate meatloaf. Nonetheless, very quickly, Boston Market. Now let's move on.
Oh, I
where-
do love a good Boston Market though. So
Boston Market. If you want to win like a Friendsgiving or anything like that, like if any of you guys have friends, I'm very unfamiliar. I have a select group right here on my hand.
I'm one of them.
Yes, you are, and probably everyone listening in the chat. Hi, popular. Nonetheless, but Thanksgiving meal you can get totally prepped at Boston Market, and you can take. The other thing I've been a hit at parties. Let me tell you about Pity, because I will get like a to-go meal from Boston Market, and there ain't nobody that don't love their mac and cheese, that cream spinach. I was gonna say meatloaf, but we won't go there. Et cetera, et cetera. Nonetheless.
I used to just go to Boston Market just to get their sides. Like I wouldn't even get meat. I would just get some of their sides and call it good.
Ooh. Okay, so what are your sides? What are your side choices? Not
Mashed
sponsored.
potatoes, corn,
Oh
and
yes, corn.
the mac and cheese.
Oh, those are all winners. Like my diet is primarily gluten free, but the mac and cheese there slaps.
Yes, like just so good.
I
Like
would let
I am a mac and cheese connoisseur when it comes to me making baked macaroni and cheese. I'm just saying I'm great at it.
That is true. That is an accurate statement.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I'll make it for
pretty
you.
sure.
Don't worry.
That's accurate. I'm like, I don't have it tried it, but I'm
Anybody
pretty
that
sure
visits me, or they're just gonna get some baked macaroni and cheese. So you're welcome.
well, I hope my sister enjoys it.
I can find gluten-free noodles. So I can do that.
Oh, definitely, and I can bring my own box. I'll just I'm always on the ready. You never know.
Yeah,
Um,
just throw it.
so, if you were a cake, what cake would you be?
Oh, wow, way to put me on a spot. I guess chocolate cake.
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole, 10-foot pole, 10-foot pole. Okay, very good. You will be chocolate cake, very descriptive. Um,
I'm not
huh.
a cake connoisseur. Sorry.
No, that's okay. But like we just talked about, like I feel like I'd be. This is interesting because I don't necessarily think that it would be like what I would like the most, right? Like I feel like it's so I would be a wedding cake, four
Oh,
tiers.
I want to change my answer.
Okay, what's yours? Okay, what's yours now?
Wedding cake.
A wedding cake, exactly. We'll be two tiers of wedding cakes. This is fabulous.
You know who has good cakes? Whole
Whom?
Foods.
Whole Foods has good cakes. You're welcome,
Hmm.
Whole Foods, for that free plug.
Right.
Um,
You don't need
I
it.
love a good I love a good bunt cake.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
strawberry cake.
Strawberry cake. Yes,
Yes.
I guess that is a thing. Like strawberry shortcake.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's also a character.
Angel
Interesting.
food cake with
Angel.
strawberries, I guess.
Mhm. Yep. And what about just a fruit cake?
I've never had just a fruit cake.
Actually, you know what? That might be my lawyer name. John Fruitcake Lannon.
Oh my God.
Dun, dun.
John is German chocolate cake. That is
Oh,
what Ryan has proclaimed.
jawohl. I am absolutely German chocolate cake. Delicious, sultry, and too much for some people.
Oh.
But that is tea. I'm just too rich for some people.
Right.
Oh, that's silly. I'm blurring here. Blurred lines. Nonetheless, it'll focus on me
I
again.
know
It likes
you
to do
want
that.
it. I know you want it. I can't go that
No,
deep.
Well, before we get on with the show, I think it's time. This was a really great segue into our first shout outs.
And we're doing shout outs a little bit differently this time.
Yes, we are. What are we doing now, Pity? Tell the world.
We are shouting out our favorite foods.
Yes, we are. My first shout out
Shout-outs.
goes to sushi. Okay, I want to give it up for sushi because I love you, sushi. Okay, I love toro. I love white tuna. I love salmon. Some people say salmon. Okay, whatever. I love rolls. I love it all. I think sushi is like God's gift to earth. It's like something I've really gotten into recently. It's also like mostly healthy, right? My good Judy Ryan always tells me, not the rice. Okay, bitch, I know not the rice, okay? But for the most part, it tastes fucking delicious. But I'm convinced white rice isn't really that bad for you. But that's also not rooted in fact. So I want to most of my opinions are like that.
Oh, I was like,
Nonetheless, mine definitely goes to sushi. And yeah, definitely not. I do have to have some rice with it though. That's like, but yeah. At the end of the day, that was my shout out.
shout out.
Who's
Mine.
your shout out? Or
Mine-
what is yours? I don't want to gender the food.
Right. Mine is I don't know who genders food. Anyways, my shout out.
Well, I do, to be fair. Like if I have a good piece of sushi, I'll be like, "Ooh, she's good." So candidly, I do gender my food, but only like in a complimentary fashion. Nonetheless, sorry, you had us at the edge of our seats. Tell us what your shout out is.
My shout out goes out to Bluebell's Millennium Chip ice cream.
Ice cream plot twist, not where I thought this was going.
Yes. Oh,
So,
so good.
what? Tell us about this. Tell us why you love her.
It's vanilla with caramel and dark chocolate chunks,
Ah.
and then it has almonds, pecans, and walnuts in it too. So
Ooh, delicious. So, are you one of these people who actually likes dark chocolate, or like pretends to like it? Like I pretend just because it's healthy.
I don't like it usually. So, but it's actually
See?
good in this. So
Oh, plot.
Yeah.
So listen, people, you just heard it here. What is the name of that ice cream?
Millennium Crunch.
Millennium
Bluebell.
Crunch.
Yeah.
Millennium.
Yeah, go get it so that they'll like restock it more because it's hard to find sometimes. So yeah,
I heard that.
if more people are getting it, then it's gonna you make more, and then I could just get fat.
I can just get fat. That's right, fat and sassy. We're gonna be over here eating sushi and ice cream. I'm here for it. The other thing that we really need to get into stores more frequently, which is hard to find, is caffeine-free Diet Coke or regular Coke.
Ooh.
It's been winding down.
I
But it's
don't
a great after 8 p.m. drink, in my opinion. And you don't
after
drink
8 p.m. Yeah,
what?
I don't drink soda. Sorry.
Yes, I forgot that this friendship is hanging on by a mere string. She doesn't like meatloaf. She doesn't like soda.
I mean, I every once in a while now I'll have a soda. Like the other day, I had a Sprite because it came from McDonald's, so I wanted a
Oh, a
spicy Sprite.
Sprite? A spicy Sprite, yes.
Ugh.
Shout out. And this is tea. I don't care what anyone says. People think that it's shenanigans. My sister, I know, can agree to this as well. Soda at McDonald's slaps differently. Like
Right.
it just hits in a totally well. It hits differently, and it just totally slaps. Look at me using all these fun young terms.
Word. Sorry,
Word.
I am
Word,
nothing.
doc.
That's bussin'. There you go.
That's my pussy.
No.
She said no. No, I don't think so. Yeah, my pussy. That's still that word just gets
Just
me.
Just tickles
Well,
your soul. Or
Tickles,
your pussy.
yep, tickles my pussy. Exactly. She's ticklish. Well, anyway, that was this week's shout outs. Oh, I love that visceral scream. It never gets old. Nonetheless, a lot of things have been happening in the news, Miss Thing. And speaking of horror and screaming, look at that. Miss Kim Kardashian is going to be starring in a new show. And I don't know if you heard about this. She's going to be in the newest season of American Horror Story.
Wow.
Order is up, folks. Yeah, so Kim Kardashian of Kardashian fame, who can you believe this? Also, I'm not judging this at all because I'm an old lady, but she's 42 years old now.
I knew
Kim
she was
Kardashian.
I knew she was in her 40s. Yeah. Like
Okay, so
yeah.
that doesn't seem to be impressive news. Nonetheless,
40's
gonna
not
be-
old anymore. Now that we're getting
Yeah,
closer
that's-
to it.
yeah, literally, we're knocking at that door. We're like,
Right.
mhm. But I won't do that. Nonetheless, so it's kind of surprising, but there's some really mixed reactions, right? I'm here for it, right? I think again, whether it's Kim Kardashian or whoever, it's like whatever person can uplift a brand and bring it to new eyes, I'm all about, right? Like, I'm a huge wrestling fan, and people shit on the fact that Logan Paul wrestles, right?
Mhm.
And I'm not agreeing or disagreeing that it's a bad or good thing, but it is really positive from the standpoint of more eyes get to see WWE now because he's involved with it, right? So
Yeah.
I guess there's there's just a new audience that they can gain from it, and again, but I'm sure they're strategic in not only her abilities, but knowing what it will draw, right? It's like, hello, goodbye, hello, motel.
Hello.
Speaking of, and we were talking a little bit about jobs as well, but she's going to be, she's going to be a lawyer, right? She's going to be doing her her bar exam. I think I was reading in a Today article or something like that, or a meme, that she's going to be taking it in 2025.
Oh wow.
So we in our lifetimes could literally know really two Kardashian lawyers, famoso. Isn't that something?
That is
well,
something.
Breaking news: El Pity has her phone on very loud vibrate and dinging.
Sorry.
I'm totally fucking with you because I literally I was like, was that my pussy?
I don't even. It was just somebody commenting on our post again. One of the
Fuck
Insta
yeah.
promoter.
I love these people. We were talking about this before the show, y'all. It's whenever you post a picture with it's clearly certain hashtags that people are being trolls on. They're promoted on Fun Records, promoted here on Arizona Life, promoted here on Fruitcakes Anonymous. I'm like, okay, enough. But it happens all the time. And listen, you know what bothers me about it? Not even that they do their own. I love a hustler, right? But at least like the fucking picture that you're commenting on. Okay?
Right. You're there. The like button's literally right next to the comment button.
Yeah, it's a little easier than typing all that nonsense, or even easier than copying and pasting because you just have to double tap,
Boop.
double tap, heart, double hat. Well, that's that. But yeah, but Kim Kardashian in this article too, she said this is if there's anything that she would have been beyond a reality star, it would have been a lawyer, right? So us walking kind of down memory lane, like what you were talking about. So if you weren't in the profession you're in today, what would be the career path that you take?
I would be a professional singer. I'd be on tour.
I would be on tour, yeah. I love that.
You?
I would be a singer who plays the same shows, the same nights as you across the street. It's we would be like bestie rivals, how that's a thing.
Yeah.
Like we
You know,
both
you
want
just-
it
You
so bad.
Just open for me. It's fine.
Oh, Sade, she said you can open for me. Ooh, that's double Sade. But you know what, bitch? That's true. That's tea. I should open for you because I am not a singer. But girl, when I sing Josh Groban's "You Raised Me Up" in the car, I do think I'm a singer. And then I turn the volume down and hear my voice because I think I'm gonna be TikTok famous. I said, "Let's turn it back up, baby. Let's turn that back up."
Let me say when to stop.
Yeah, I know. No, but real talk, like I would probably. So if I had like fun profession, which actually might happen in my lifetime, right? I don't know that I'm gonna be making dollars on it, but a professional wrestler, I would be here for that,
Nice.
right? Or like I think if I like were to like go like totally the like opposite way, I'd become a pellet salesman in the old time.
I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna say stripper. I was just like, he's gonna say stripper. I just know it.
No, but that's a good guess. I do there's something about the adult industry that is super enticing to me, right? Because it's like I love people who are so sexually liberated like that, who can do stuff like that, or even frankly have the confidence to take off all their clothes and dance on a stage, right? I can make funnies all day long on stage, right? Like that's easy peasy for me. Like
just have a
but-
stand-up routine and you just take off your clothes.
literally, yeah. No, bitch, they would laugh. They would laugh when I was in a strip club, when I was doing stand up. They'd be like, "Bah! Oh my god, shoot! I never seen what a deflated balloon looked like." Ooh. Orders up, like table for two. No, who am I kidding? This balloon's still half full. I didn't lose that much weight, folks. But yeah, no, I'm very enticed by that stuff like that. But then, like, you know, I think every kid wanted to be a vet, but like as you get older and like actually know what a vet has to do, you're like, I'm good. For me, I saw a vet one time. I was at the vet with the late great Cookie Monster, who we love you, girl. And I saw a golden retriever who had a fishing wire hook down its throat.
Oh my god!
I'm like, and I was like, how does that even happen? I'm like, well, they clearly went for the worm, and they figured it out. But that's when I was like, why would you want to be a vet? Like that sounds
horrible.
Just
Like I just had to take
I'm
a cupcake for her paw. Like that was not the same magnitude at all. Like it probably was for her because she's just like, the vet. Like she was not happy.
How did she like her father?
How did she like her father?
Her pa, you mentioned. We call that something that didn't hit. Just kidding. Ma and pa. Anyway, how's her pa doing, by the way?
Good, a lot better. Antibiotics are going great, so she's not looking at it anymore. She's not in the cone anymore. She's doing really, really well. So we're gonna finish up these.
Ugh.
Yeah, the little cone. She was kind of digging it though. Like she would walk around all sassy, like look at me under my cone. Like
that is cute. See, she's like, look at me, looking like a cute little satellite.
Right.
It's like it's a satellite. But yeah, so that's that. Miss Kim Kardashian making the news, all that good stuff. Important stuff that we need to talk. Good for her. LP loves topics like this. Next, we're gonna bring up Kanye West.
Great.
Just kidding. LPD's gonna quit the show. She's like, I'm done here. What I am is absolutely done. But it is time for something we have not talked about in a long time, and that's of course. May the best woman
best drag queen win.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Very much correct.
Yeah.
Very much accurate. It is amazing how many seasons this show has had. It's had countless regular seasons. It's done spin-offs. And if you can believe it, folks, we are now at season 8 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars.
I know.
This is wild to me. Right, so I have some catching up to do, candidly. But we the people, what, LPD?
We the people, we started this podcast right when All Stars 3 was starting. Like
that is true. No, I think that's true. I actually have no fucking idea.
The one where Trixie won. Oh, spoiler.
That is crazy. So Trixie won. Everyone's like, "Gosh, darn it!"
That.
Yeah, no, I told you I still get mad when people spoil shit in Harry Potter for me. I'm like, will you stop? I'm not through the books. It's taken me 8 years to however many years. I think 5 years. I'm like, I'll get through them. Okay.
One day.
Yeah. The
Every year.
audiobooks are really difficult to get through. No, and then there was like that cancellation of J.K. Rowling, right? Or Rowling, whatever you say.
Yeah. Whatever her face is, we don't care about her.
Yes. We don't care. Okay, we don't care. You're ignorant. You're ignorant.
Ignorant.
Um, allegedly. I don't want to be sued,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's what we've heard in the news.
Mhm.
We're real journalists, folks. We know how to protect our livelihood.
Allegedly.
Allegedly is the magic word, but allegedly these queens, and I got to tell you, so this is what I would call a very unique season of Queens,
Yes.
right? It's so I will go through the list from top to bottom. We have Alexis Michelle from season 9.
Yes.
Very nice. We have Miss Darian Lake from season 6.
Oh.
Yes, I'm really excited to see Darian. We'll talk about all of them in just a moment.
Yes.
Heidi in Closet, season 12.
Woo.
Yes, James Mansfield, season 9.
Woo.
Jessica Wilde, season 2.
Woohoo!
Jimbo from Canada, season 1, or UK versus the World, season 1.
All right.
Kahana Montrese, season 11.
Woo!
Candy Muse, season 13.
Woo! I can't do. I don't know what other
Lala-
movies to do.
Lala Ree, season 13.
Ooh.
Monica Beverly Hills, season 5.
Ooh.
Mrs. Kasha Davis, season 7.
Ooh.
How about Nisha Lopez, season 8?
Ooh.
Ooh, no, so that we'll give it up for the queens.
Yeah.
This is a big deal, right? Like when we are a show, when Drag Race is such a mainstream show, and we're able to see these queens again, I think it's really nice, especially for like the older seasoned queens, right? Like from season 1, 2, 3, 4. It's nice for them to get some airtime again, right? Like
Yes.
it just kind of invigorates what I'll say, like the economy of these drag queens. Like if it become relevant, there's merch sales ability, right? Booking, all that good stuff.
I just love to see people after a long time. Like,
Yes.
oh, this is what they looked like back then. Like I've just watched all these replays of like reshowings of the show and whatnot. Where are they now? That kind of deal.
Where are they now? Where are they now? So who of this season would you say that you're most excited to see back from a return standpoint?
I am excited to see Jessica Wilde.
Jessica Wilde.
Jessica Wilde.
Mhm.
Darian, I'm interested in. Especially looks amazing, by the way. Looks
Yes, go
amazing.
her. Hashtag weight loss journey.
I wish. Let me pull up this list too. Hold up. Let me pull up this list.
So yeah, Darian Lake, I'm really excited about too. I think she looks fabulous. I thought she was really funny. I love snarky humor, right? There was a comedian very famously watching the seasons back, and she was not having Darian Lake's humor.
Yeah.
I like a little edge to my drag queen too. And again, it's not to say that I don't have respect or love, right? A beauty queen or any of that stuff, queen or king for that matter. But I just love a good snark. I love humor. I love snarkiness. I'm here for that.
I feel that.
Clap.
Clap.
Clap at me. Clap at me. So who else are you excited about? El Pity.
Heidi in Closet.
Heidi in Closet. I love that. No, and I love that she did not change her name despite the kind of the rumors, and then of course, like I think the judges even were saying stuff during her season that she should change her name. It's just so cliche, but I love it. I think own your brand, love it. Like I said, John Fruitcake Lannon, I own that. That's who I am, and that's what it is. Hashtag fruitcake. Hashtag
Yes.
LTD.
Yes. Who are you?
But I'm very excited about this.
Oh.
Like I said, Darian Lake, I do love, but I'm also really excited to see what Miss Kasha Davis brings to the table, right? Because she came in kind of, and same thing with Monica Beverly Hills, like they were late, like they were in the bottom, right? Like you think about like Miss Kasha Davis, 11th place, Monica Beverly Hills, 12th place, Kahana Montrese, 14th place, James Mansfield, 14th, right? It's just really cool to see like, okay, so they might have not performed as well in their season. So I'm really curious, and hopefully they go a little bit further. But like anything, right? We know that there always has to be a first, right? Like, and that's not fun for anyone. But listen, that's how it goes. At the end of the day, it's a game, you know.
Now there is one person I'm excited to see, and I have not watched a lot of this season, but I've seen this person on social media, and it's James Mansfield. Like I know
James Mansfield, yes.
I'm excited to see makes it past the first elimination.
And it's super funny, right? Like it's this, but it's like quirky funny as well, like campy, all that good stuff, and also just downright gorgeous. So yeah, I agree. I hope James Mansfield, and that's spelled with a Y, folks. I hope she goes far as well. But yeah, this is going to be a very interesting season. We may be tuning in. We'll of course let you guys know as we do. But I'm really intrigued by this, not because I think that it's super packed with star power. And I don't mean that in any level of disrespect, right? It's just what the show has taught us from the standpoint of placement and ranking, right?
Mhm.
But I would then also have that same argument that even despite their placement, like these are rock star queens that I'm really curious and excited to see what they bring.
These are queens that got on RuPaul's Drag Race, and there's still
Exactly.
queens that are still trying to get on the show. So like that just speaks volumes. So
Yeah, not only to that, but like their relevancy, right? Like the fact
mhm.
that they're, yeah, we know about them, we hear about them, but they, and I think Lala Ree is another fun personality that I'm really excited to see like what she does with this platform too. So this will be interesting. That of course is streaming on Paramount Plus, of course, folks, and that should
Thank
be
God that's one
premiering.
I actually have because I've not watched season 15 because I
You
don't have
have
the TV.
not?
Yeah.
Um, that's okay. No one's here to judge. We do. There is some catching up to do, right? And again, those of you who've listened since those days, right? We've had a lot of really fun adventures. Many of our friends we even met through DragCon and things like that. Like, there's a really cool community that Drag Race at large has provided LPD and I from a platform standpoint, and then just sheer relationship standpoint, right? Like you think about our good Judy, Sam, and Omar, right? Um, Literally met them in line at DragCon. That was the year LPD couldn't make it, which is all good. But I met him in line, and then they graciously came to Denver. We recorded an episode with them, and it was just a super good time. But we love y'all. But it's just
Which
amazing to see.
DragCon LA is going to be May 12th and 13th of this year at the Los Angeles. I was going to say Las Vegas. Los
At
Angeles
the
Convention.
Las Vegas airport.
I miss Las Vegas. I'm so sorry.
We may be back. You know, we were invited to like even UK. It's really fun. Like
hmm
we had some fun opportunities through the world of drag, drag, drag. But anyway, so that's that, folks. DJ Khaled, holla at a playa.
Holla at a playa.
So this is other news. Doesn't really affect you, but I will tell you I'm really excited about it. And those of you who listen, and I doubt that anyone really is as much of a stan as me, but WWE and wrestling. So they just revealed, I'm really excited about this. They just revealed their brand new World Heavyweight Championship belt. And it was
Ooh.
announced on Monday. So they already have a Universal and a World title. And they've now introduced essentially a third title. My belief is they'll unify those other two titles and make two world titles. But it's a beautiful belt, I got to tell you. So if you pull up,
Why not have three titles? Like, why would they combine the two?
well, because one is called the Universal Championship, which is like it was the thing above world, kind of. But it's like it was more designed for like oftentimes like if you compare it to like the world of drag, everyone, it's like if a winner wins that isn't supposed to win, but it's just the decision and kind of the right decision, the fans might disagree with it, and that's what's called the WWE universe. And so they created this title basically to give those people an opportunity, like the people we actually want to see hold those titles. And then so then they unified them. It's now called the Undisputed Championship. But this belt is a stunning piece of metal. They of course are available on WWE Shop, but I'm really excited about that. It's a really new. The World Heavyweight title goes back since essentially the beginning of wrestling territories and wrestling here, basically in the United States. It has a lot of lineage, a lot of history. So I'm just really excited to see it back in play. And they're going to be doing that, I believe, May 17th in Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions. So should be really
Wow.
interesting. Yes, girl.
I will not be able to watch that. Be in Colorado.
You will be allegedly in Colorado.
Allegedly.
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 Um, that is hilarious. Nonetheless, we must watch Drag Race.
Yes.
The Outfitty, Lori Outfitty Pierce, John Raccoon Lannon,
Fruitcake Planet.
Fruitcake. Hey, you heard it here first, folks. Hashtag fruitcake, hashtag raccoon. But nonetheless, but
It's a great
that
name.
is it is a great name. But you guys know my name is John,
And I'm El Petty.
and this hashtag what
That podcast.
we love you so much, and we will see you next week. How about that?
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.